Survival in nature is brutal. Freezing cold, scorching heat, crushing pressure, yet some creatures laugh in the face of extreme conditions. From a microscopic immortal water bear to a shark older than the pyramids, these animals have unlocked the ultimate survival hacks. How do they do it? Stick around as we uncover the most unbreakable creatures on Earth and their mind-blowing adaptations. 1. The immortal of nature, tardigrade, water bear. Imagine a creature so tough that it can survive in space, endure extreme heat and cold, resist deadly radiation, and even come back to life after being dried out for years. Meet the tardigrade, also known as the water bear, one of the most indestructible organisms on Earth. Tardigrades are microscopic, measuring less than a millimeter long, but their survival skills are out of this world. They can withstand temperatures as high as 150 degrees Celsius, 302 degrees Fahrenheit, and as low as negative 272 degrees Celsius, negative 458 degrees Fahrenheit. Just 1 degree above absolute zero. That's colder than outer space. Speaking of space, scientists sent tardigrades into the vacuum of space, and guess what? They survived cosmic radiation, extreme cold, and complete dehydration. When they returned to Earth, they rehydrated and continued living as if nothing had happened. But how do they do it? Their secret lies in a process called cryptobiosis, a survival mechanism where they completely dry out, replacing water in their cells with a special sugar called trehalose. In this state, their metabolism drops to nearly zero, making them almost immortal. They can stay like this for decades, then simply rehydrate and return to normal life. Tardigrades can also survive radiation levels thousands of times stronger than what would kill a human, and they can endure pressures greater than the deepest parts of the ocean. So, what does this mean for us? Scientists are studying tardigrades to unlock secrets of extreme survival, potentially helping us develop better ways to preserve food, create more resilient medicine, and even prepare humans for space travel. Tiny but mighty, the tardigrade is proof that resilience comes in the smallest packages. Who knows? If humans ever face extinction, these little creatures might just outlive us all. 2. Nature's living antifreeze, the Antarctic ice fish. Imagine living in waters so cold they could freeze your blood solid. That's the daily reality for the Antarctic ice fish, a creature that thrives in the frigid waters of the Southern Ocean, where temperatures drop as low as -2 degrees Celsius, 28 degrees Fahrenheit, colder than the freezing point of fresh water. So, how do they survive in such extreme conditions? The secret lies in their biological antifreeze. Unlike most fish, ice fish have a special protein in their blood called antifreeze glycoprotein, AFGP, which prevents ice crystals from forming inside their bodies. This incredible adaptation allows them to swim and hunt even in sub-zero waters, where most other fish would freeze to death. But that's not their only superpower. Ice fish have another unusual trait. They lack hemoglobin, the protein that gives blood its red color and carries oxygen in most animals. Instead, their blood is completely clear. This makes them the only vertebrates in the world with colorless blood. To compensate for the lack of hemoglobin, they've evolved larger hearts and absorb oxygen directly from the cold, oxygen-rich waters around them. And they don't just survive in the Antarctic, they thrive. Ice fish have developed specialized enzymes that function even at freezing temperatures, allowing them to digest food and power their bodies in the harshest conditions on Earth. Studying ice fish helps scientists understand how life can adapt to extreme environments, both on Earth and possibly even on other planets. Their antifreeze proteins are also inspiring new medical and industrial applications, like preserving organs for transplantation and improving frozen food storage. So, while most creatures would freeze solid in Antarctic waters, the ice fish keeps swimming, proving that nature always finds a way to survive. 3. The legendary traveler of the desert, camels. Imagine walking through the scorching desert where temperatures soar above 50 degrees Celsius, 122 degrees Fahrenheit, during the day and drop below freezing at night. No food, no water, just endless sand dunes. Most animals wouldn't last a day, but camels? They thrive. So, what makes these incredible creatures the ultimate survivors of the desert? First, let's talk about their legendary water-storing abilities. Contrary to popular belief, camels don't store water in their humps. Their humps are actually made of fat, which provides energy when food is scarce. However, camels can drink up to 40 gallons, 150 liters of water in one go and store it throughout their bodies, allowing them to survive for weeks without drinking. Their bodies are so efficient that they can lose up to 25% of their body weight from dehydration and still function, something that would be fatal for most animals. But water conservation isn't their only trick. Camels are heat-resistant marvels. Their thick fur actually helps them stay cool by blocking the sun's heat while keeping body temperature stable. They can let their body temperature rise by several degrees before sweating, preventing unnecessary water loss. Even their nostrils are specially designed to trap moisture, reducing the amount of water lost when they breathe. And then there are those iconic feet, wide, padded, and perfect for walking on soft sand without sinking. Their long eyelashes and closable nostrils protect them from harsh desert winds and sandstorms, acting like built-in goggles and air filters. Camels are also incredibly strong and adaptable. They can carry heavy loads for miles, making them essential for desert travel and trade for centuries. Despite extreme heat, food scarcity, and dry conditions, they continue to thrive where few other creatures can survive. So, whether it's their ability to withstand dehydration, tolerate extreme temperatures, or effortlessly navigate the desert, camels are the true kings of endurance. In the battle between nature and survival, the camel always wins. 4. Poisonous food eater. Vultures. When you think of the toughest animals on Earth, vultures might not be the first creatures that come to mind. But these birds are built for survival in the harshest conditions. From thriving in extreme heat to digesting deadly bacteria, vultures are nature's cleanup crew, and they do it all with incredible resilience. First, let's talk about their stomach of steel. While most animals would die from eating rotting meat filled with deadly bacteria, vultures have superacidic stomachs, so powerful that they can break down anthrax, rabies, and even botulism toxins without getting sick. Their digestive system doesn't just help them survive, it helps keep ecosystems clean by preventing disease from spreading. But their toughness doesn't stop there. Vultures are heat-resistant masters. Many species live in scorching environments where temperatures reach over 40 degrees Celsius, 104 degrees Fahrenheit. To stay cool, they use a unique and slightly gross trick called urohydrosis. They urinate on their own legs. As the liquid evaporates, it cools them down, just like sweating in humans. And even though they rely on carrion, they rarely fall victim to predators because their bald heads prevent bacteria from sticking to their feathers, keeping them clean despite their messy diet. So, from their indestructible stomachs to their heat resistance, energy efficiency, and disease-fighting abilities, vultures are one of nature's most durable survivors. They may not be the prettiest birds, but when it comes to survival, few animals can compete with these sky-high warriors. 5. Longest living vertebrate. Greenland shark. Imagine a creature that has been roaming the icy depths of the ocean since before the invention of the printing press. Meet the Greenland shark, a true survivor that thrives in some of the harshest conditions on Earth. First, let's talk about its insane lifespan. This shark holds the record for being the longest living vertebrate on the planet, with some individuals estimated to be over 500 years old. That means a Greenland shark swimming today could have been alive when Leonardo da Vinci was painting the Mona Lisa. Scientists believe their slow metabolism and cold environment help them age at an incredibly slow rate. Speaking of cold, these sharks live in the freezing waters of the Arctic and North Atlantic, where temperatures hover just above freezing. Most animals wouldn't last long in such extreme conditions. But the Greenland shark has evolved to thrive in complete darkness and icy depths up to 2,200 meters, 7,200 feet, below the surface. But here's the weird part. They're actually toxic. Their flesh contains high levels of trimethylamine oxide, TMAO, making it poisonous to most predators, including humans. In some Arctic cultures, the meat is fermented for months to remove the toxins before it can be safely eaten. Despite their slow-moving nature, they're sometimes called the sleeping sharks because they swim so sluggishly. They are powerful hunters and scavengers. They've been found with remains of seals, fish, and even reindeer and polar bears in their stomachs. How do they catch such fast prey? Scientists believe they ambush sleeping or weak animals, taking advantage of their stealth and patience. With their ancient lineage, extreme endurance, and mysterious lifestyle, the Greenland shark is a true marvel of evolution. It's a living time capsule, quietly swimming through history, reminding us that in nature, slow and steady might just win the race. 6. Sahara Desert. Ant, the ultimate heat survivor. Imagine walking across burning hot desert sand, where temperatures soar past 70 degrees Celsius, 158 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to fry an egg. Almost no creature can handle this kind of extreme heat, except for the Sahara Desert ant, Cataglyphus bombycina, one of the toughest and most heat-resistant animals on Earth. So, what makes these tiny creatures such hardcore survivors? First, they have an ultra-fast lifestyle. When they leave their burrows to search for food, they don't waste time. Just 10 to 20 minutes in the open before the heat becomes deadly. They sprint across the desert at speeds of up to 1 meter per second, making them one of the fastest insects in the world. But their real superpower? Heat resistance. While most insects would overheat and die, Sahara desert ants can withstand body temperatures up to 53.6 degrees Celsius, 128.5 degrees Fahrenheit, the highest known for any terrestrial animal. Their shiny silver hair reflects sunlight, keeping them cool, and their long legs lift their bodies away from the scorching sand. And let's talk about their incredible survival strategy. Unlike most ants that rely on scent trails, these ants use the sun and polarized light to navigate, ensuring they don't get lost in the endless dunes. Even when food is scarce, they scavenge dead animals that have succumbed to the heat, making the most of their brutal environment. With blazing speed, extreme heat resistance, and a genius sense of direction, the Sahara Desert ant is one of the most resilient creatures on the planet, a true desert warrior. From the nearly indestructible tardigrade to the ice-blooded Antarctic icefish, the desert-conquering camel, the extremely fast ant, the toxin-resistant vulture, and the centuries-old Greenland shark, these animals have mastered survival in ways we can't even imagine. Nature is full of surprises, and these creatures prove that life always finds a way. Which one impressed you the most? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more incredible wildlife stories. See you in the next video.